Welcome to the NHL Wraparound podcast featuring Neil Smith, President General Manager of the 1994 Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers, and longtime ESPN NHL veteran Vic Morin. Together, they share no-nonsense opinions on news and issues around the National Hockey League. Whether you're a casual or diehard fan, each episode of NHL Wraparound will leave you more informed. Now, here's your hosts, Neil and Vic.
This is the human side of the story, brought to you by the Game 7 Group. And Neil and I have just wrapped up the Atlantic Division, but in reality, all 32 teams aspire to win the Stanley Cup or at least get to a Game 7 the way Florida and Edmonton did last year. Because Game 7 has a magic attached to it like nothing in sport. In order to prevail, teamwork is essential to achieving success. At the Game 7 Group, transforming individuals into cohesive teams is the core philosophy in their team-building approach. Their belief is every team has potential to achieve extraordinary results. Game 7 Group offers various services to help teams accomplish their goals through specific team-building events, coaching, and speaking engagements. These services are aimed at improving team dynamics, productivity, and overall performance. Face it, we all want to be able to succeed in the big moment. Check out the Game 7 Group website at game7group.com/NHL Wraparound to learn more. Right now, a special incentive offer awaits our podcast listeners. Take your team to the next step. The Game 7 Group will get you there. And Neil, this is going to be pretty personal as we do the human side here. We talked about the Ottawa Senators a few moments ago, and now it's time to pay tribute to their assistant coach.
Yes, and we lost during the summer Bob Jones, who was only 54 years of age. He came into the Ottawa Senators back in July of 2019, which means that's only 5 years ago. DJ Smith, their ex-head coach, had brought Bob Jones in after a great coaching career of 20 years in the American Hockey League and the Ontario Hockey League. He's a Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario native who was actually drafted into the NHL in his career. He ended up passing away from ALS, and ALS has taken a few of our hockey brethren, the most famous of which has been 71-year-old Boreas Salming, who, of course, is in the Hockey Hall of Fame, played most of his career for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then ended his career with the Detroit Red Wings. And he passed away in 2022 from ALS.
And, of course, we cannot forget the former assistant general manager in Calgary, Chris Snow, who passed away early last fall after being diagnosed with this dreaded disease in 2019. He was given only 1 year to live and still managed to defy those odds. And his memory continues as he was an organ donor and helped the lives of 4 people by donating his kidneys, liver, and lungs. So 3 huge people that we have lost from the hockey community over the past couple of years, and their memories should never be forgotten as a cure for ALS hopefully is in the offing. That'll do it for us for this edition of NHL Wraparound. Thanks to MyGray and the Game 7 Group. And thank you to our listeners. Send questions or comments to nhlwraparound@gmail.com. And don't forget our website, nhlwraparound.com. All of our episodes available online via both audio and video platforms. Next up, Neil and I will do the drill down on the Metropolitan Division. We'll see you then.
Thanks for joining us on the NHL Wraparound podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all the NHL action.